Good Saturday afternoon, everyone. I hope this day finds you doing well. Before you come in the chat, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video. So, we're going to have a lot of things tonight. Some dollar starts and some different discounted prices on moving some of these items out of here. Not that they're bad, they just need to go. I've had them for a while and they just need to go. Get my light on here. Really need to go. So it's been a very nice day here in Indiana. The sun was out and it was a little warm for this time of year. So we will have also a drawing. Hello, Deborah. Welcome in. We will also have a drawing and different little snippets along the way. Good to see you, Deborah, and we'll give that a little bit of time for that. I did get my desk partially halfway decent, and everything's all hooked up and we're good to go. So I did find 2 magnifiers on this desk. You too, Deborah. And I don't know how I did it. I skipped my finger on something. It was bleeding like crazy and it's finally quit. So, it's one of those things when you have all that adrenaline, and I look down, I'm like, where'd that come from? So I'm the only person that could fall outside and don't have anything bloody, but I can start to get ready and move my finger across something, and there it is. So, but anyway, it's good to see you. We'll give it just a few minutes, and we're going to have some different things going on tonight. There's going to be some stuff that I'm going to move. I know, Deborah, because I don't look down when I walk, and it's like, and I'm down for the count. But yeah, I'm going to try to clear some of this out, because if you've had it for a while, it's time for it to go. It doesn't, and that way we can move some more things in as if we didn't have enough new ones to start with. But, it's all part of it. But so it looks like Deborah's got the catbird seat for all the goodies, and she's, it's always good to get there in the beginning, because if there's something you want, there's no competition, right? So I know I have there's one that some people have been talking about that I need to make a trip to, and things like that. So, but yeah, we do have some nice ones. I basically go to just one, and sometimes the other one that's associated with the first one. So yeah, there's always opportunities out there. It's all about, hey, Leslie, welcome in, sweetie. Leslie, I have a confession. I almost forgot. I think I found your box, and I'm like, oh my God, you didn't get that out. So it is en route. I'm like, sometimes I'm in a sea of boxes and I really have to write down what's on them and who they're going to, because it just gets kind of confusing at times. But that makes you put the old thinking cap on, and but it's still a little warm here in Indiana, so I don't have the air on, but I have the fan on over there, and so I'm sure I will have people coming in, dwindling in and going, because there's auctions that I know that T is one of them. She's probably started right now. And I think after her, it's Leslie. So, it really doesn't matter when you schedule those, someone is having an auction. So, the thing in my favor, I have glassware. It helps when you have something different. And tonight, we're going to use, I found this whole big row of tickets. And so I'm just going to write people's name on it and drop it in the shoebox over there. Look what a roll of tickets. So, and there's many. And I hope you're doing well too. So we'll just nab a ticket off, write a name on it, drop it in the box. And there we have it. I had them up here and I come across them. And I thought, we'll just use these. You don't worry about any numbers. Your name will be on the back of the ticket. It's not like you have to memorize your number. So we will absolutely be going by name. And we're supposed to have some rain overnight, which we probably need, the rain. So we're going to get that overnight. So, and it's just, time is just flying by. It's just, we'll look up and Halloween. It seems like when Halloween's over, it's all a blur. It's just, and I know a lot of people are Christmas shopping, which is a good thing that, they don't have to get out of the house. They can just get on their phone or their laptop and have that convenience, which is very nice indeed. So we'll give it just a few more minutes. And if not, we are going to rock this out. And Minnie, I owe you, I didn't get your reindeer and what else was it? 2 candelabras, but we will add that on to the next. And, sometimes I forget, guys. And yeah, we've got your reindeer cookie jar and your little candle things off to the side. Because I was up here going through here like crazy. Not crazy, but. Hey, Roddy, welcome in. I've seen you in the chats and you are new to us, and welcome in. And everyone give Roddy a big welcome. And welcome in, sweetie. I've seen you in other chats. I know, Minnie. I'm like, as I was talking about, I did do a rendition on my wrapping of items, and I think it works out really well. So we will stick with that because I know Christmas is coming, and there's nothing worse than receiving a broken item that you had planned to give to someone. And there's Blue Rose Lady. Welcome in to someone, and someone manhandles it. And I think I've seen you in the chats, Roddy. I think I recognize that name, and thank you for being here. So we're going to have some dollar starts and buy it nows, and we want to move this stuff on out of here. I've got a whole lineup over here that needs to go for sure. But yeah, I have a variety glassware, porcelain. I have a Christmas item right up there, and just different things that need to be moved for sure. And it doesn't really do any good to have it sitting here when you can. Well, thank you, Roddy, and thank that person, because I really appreciate that. Sometimes, I believe that, there's a lot of people out there that do recommend channels, which is good. And one thing about my channel is it is a safe place. Aha, Leslie is interested in that mirror. Isn't that amazing? And it's a safe place. No one's going to come in here and talk any bull, because I will release the hatch door and get rid of them. Thank you, Deborah. And because I don't go for that, the rule of I'm a mod in other chats, and I usually try to give the benefit of the doubt. But I have learned if you let them get that first thing in, they're coming out. So I try to really be, well, maybe that, but there will be no trouble starting here. I will release the trap door. So we have some people in. Watched your playback today and saw it there. Yep. I think I've seen it and I thought it was really pretty. So we're just going to go ahead and get started with the people that are here. You've all come to see things. Okay, that's where I've seen you, Roddy. Yes, Leslie is very sweet. She is a sweetheart. And sometimes it's good to be connected with the channels like that because people do watch to see how the sellers act and things like that. And it's just really good to be connected with good people. And that's what it's all about. I mean, there's a lot of sellers out there. And yeah, she's a wonderful lady. So, with that being said, since I'm looking right at that mirror right now, we will reach down here and we'll pull this beauty up. And this is completely aluminum. I have no idea what the age is on this piece. It does open. It is dirty, but I always clean these things up. And it does open. It's aluminum. It's does have a locking latch right there. Hey, Jen, welcome in. And it does have the most, I mean, this is like, you've seen things, what do they call this process when they puncture it's called something. So it does need to be cleaned up, guys. And I'm not the type that's going to send you something dirty because I don't do that. There is your hook right in the back. This is fantastic, guys. And we're going to start this at $12. So starting at 12 start bid. That's quite the price they call this something, and I don't remember exactly what they call it. And Leslie didn't think too long about that one, and it is beautiful. And there's this technique, it's called something, I'll think of it in the middle of the night when but it is beautiful. It will be cleaned up. So I see Leslie in at that $12 bid. It's a good size, guys. It's not small, and it would be beautiful on the wall. And there's my mod, Laura. Her and Lenore comes in and keeps everybody in place. And Kel Hare, welcome in, honey. And Carol is at 14. It's just beautiful. And I will clean this up. Sometimes when you're in a thrift, I think it's really beautiful. I didn't even Google it. So Leslie said 16. It's just really a beautiful piece. And there's Simone. Welcome, welcome. The leading bid is Leslie at 16, looking for 18 or better. Carol is at 18. They must know something I don't know. Leslie is at 20, looking for 22 or better. It's just really, Carol is in at 22. I thought it was amazing. I was attracted to it. And Leslie's coming back at 24, looking for 26 or better. It is gorgeous, isn't it? I could not leave it there. I had to bring it. And Carol is in at that $26, looking for 28 or better. And it's not small. Leslie is at 28, looking for 30 or better. It is amazing. It does have Carahel is at 30. We do have a bidding war going on right now. We have an auction. Leslie said 32, looking for 34 or better. It's a beautiful piece, all completely aluminum. So the high bid right now is Leslie at 32. It's something else. It's in really good shape as well. But it would make, and Carahel is out to Leslie, and thank you, Carahel, for your bids. I appreciate that. So we're gonna start calling this down for Leslie. We're going once to Leslie for her $32 bid, going twice, final and last call, punch 10. And we are sold to Miss Leslie at 32. Congratulations. And don't worry, ladies, there's more coming, not exactly like this because I could only find one. And congratulations. There will be more beauties coming at you. Yes, it was. It was really, this is beautiful. 32 to Leslie. Well, you better push your pen first, right? Yeah, it is a beautiful piece, and I'll clean it. I cannot send anything out looking that way, and I won't. So, congrats, and thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. When I look out there and see you guys, it really makes my day. And we will put Leslie's name on that, and there we have it. So we are going to move on. So now this is a compote, and it is an older piece, and I'm not for sure if it has a name. Let me look it up since I obviously slept since then. Look at that. It is a compote. It never had a lid. It is considered a compote. It is vintage. So let me do a quick looky-see here. And I'm telling you, if you love vintage glass, you're in the right spot because that is all, I know that what you guys like, and I'm more than happy to accommodate that. And where's the gallery at? Oh, that's what I get for looking for so many things at once. Okay, there we go. This piece is amazing. Just saying, where's that at? That's not it. That's not it. Go back. Aha, there she is. Now, I will be having the couture pictures. Now, here's what's going to save it. See, I did the liberty of measuring. And the thing we want to avoid is it going over that 18-inch because then it gets rigid. And when you get rigid, it costs more money to ship. But those pictures retailed for $50 a piece. So, and they're not real heavy. But if anyone's interested, see, I did the measuring. Because if I can help it, I don't want anyone to pay that rigid shipping, which shipping is going up. And I'm always out to get you the best deal because after all, at the end of the day, you're the one that counts. So this is a moon and stars glass compote. It is that early American pattern that everyone's after, and which was popular in Victorian era, and that does look like the Victorian to me. Compotes like this were used for serving jams, jellies, and other relishes, and they are highly collectible. And the first moon and star patterns was produced in 1880 by the Adams and Company. So this is where this got its humble beginnings. So we're going to start this at, let's see, we're going to start this at 12 because I have to. This is a very good rendition of that early, like I said, the early American pattern, which is highly sought after in a lot of with glass collectors. I'll give you a measurement. So we are looking at almost 7.5 inches and about 2.5 inches deep. It is beautiful. You don't find these things. Look how that is on the bottom. It is a beautiful piece. Moon and stars is the pattern, and Roddy. Oh, by the way, Carol, if you get a few seconds, would you send me your information, sweetie, and Roddy, and I'll put the email right here. No, back it up. Not you, me. So there is my email in the chat, and I would really appreciate. I'll explain the wrench part in a minute. This is more than likely this. I'm not seeing any seams, but I'm thinking it is pressed glass. Yes, there is a seam. I take that back, and it starts right there. So it is pressed glass. It is a beautiful piece. Moon and stars is the pattern. So I see Roddy in at 12. Oh, okay, Miss Roddy, I trust you. So I see Miss Roddy in at that $12 bid. This is a spectacular piece. I mean, when they did things back then, they did it right. So I'm going to start calling this down. I don't see any other interest in this, so we'll call it down for Roddy. So we're going to go once to Roddy for that $12 bid. You're going to enjoy this. This is a beautiful piece. Going twice. Final and last call. And we are sold to Roddy for 12. Congratulations. And when you do your give your information, do it just like your YouTube name, your real name, address, your PayPal billing email, and then and congratulations, hon. You're gonna love this. Is just the cat's meow. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Congrats, sweetie. You're welcome. You're very welcome. That beautiful baby is going to Miss Roddy. Good choice. Good choice, sweetheart. Boom. So now we are going to move directly from that to this beautiful vintage. I don't know the year of it, but it is vintage, and it's what we looked at last night. Hey, Penny, welcome in. It's good to see you. I love glass. I'm looking forward to the Tiffin. Oh my gosh, girlfriend. If that don't make you blush, I'm telling you, it's that beautiful. So we have this beautiful divided dish. It is vintage. It is known for putting relishes, condiments, or whatever you want to put in it. You could do it. It is heavy. It is well made. And here is your lid. Let you see all the specs of it. It's really something. And people back then spared no when it comes to decorating. I believe it's pressed glass. I could almost thank you, Carol, sweetheart. I see the email, and thank you so much. they did things very fancy, and we're going to start this one at 12 too. See, that's why a lot of people like to stop in, guys, because I do have, I'm not blowing my own horn, this is what I hear, that I do have beautiful glassware, things that you can't find every day, and at a good price. I know what I pay for them, so I pass that on to you. So, it's good to make a profit, but, you know, so there we have it. It does have considerable weight to it. There's your bottom. And I will give you a measurement so we'll all know. Many said 12. I thought it was a powder thing. Over 6 across, and Carahel is at 14. I'll give you a measurement to the inside so you will know. That is about 2 1/4, ladies. And this thing is mind-blowingly beautiful. So Carahel is the high bidder right now at 14, looking for 16 or better. I do invoice through PayPal. I use Pirate Ship. I do try to procure the best shipping that I possibly can. And we do know shipping is going up. And Roddy comes in at 16. And Minnie said 18. Because you can ask Minnie especially, I do try to do that. And Carahel is at 20. Because, hey, money's money, and if we can do it and get it to you safely, 22 with Minnie, looking for 24 or better. This is a gorgeous piece. Good gosh almighty, guys. And it's just one of those things that you just don't see. So we have Minnie at 22 with that high bid, looking for 24 or better. Carahel is out. Thank you, Carahel, for your bids. There will be more coming. Do not worry. So at the moment, Roddy is in at 24, looking for 26. There'll be more. Do not fret. Trust me. So, and Minnie is out. And thank you, Carahel and Minnie, for your bids. So we're going to call this down for Roddy at that $24 bid when my pen learns how to write. So we're going to go once to Roddy, going twice, final and last call. And it looks like Roddy is going to take that one home. And congrats. And thank you, Minnie and Carahel, for your bids. I appreciate it. Man, she's going to have some beauties, let me tell you. And I'm glad that Leslie told you, because, sometimes people look for different things. And if you like glass, Lord have mercy, I got you. So we are moving directly from that into another candy dish here. And I don't think I've ever had a candy dish that didn't leave here quick, fast, and in a hurry. And thank you so much. So we have this. This is considered Diamond Point, and it is vintage. And it's Diamond Point, and it's very elegant. Here's your lid. Beautiful Diamond Point with that. Hey, Beth, welcome in. Good to see you, hon. And it is gorgeous, guys. Like I said, I've never had a candy thing that didn't sell. You even have this detail on the bottom. Lovely little piece. So since we got more going on with this, I'm going to start this at 15 because it's that good. So we're going to start bid this at 15. It's well worth it. They sell for twice that online, and Minnie says 15. I kind of do a little bit of homework, and, you kind of want to know what you have and what So I see many at 15. Is that not beautiful or what? I could imagine Christmas lights reflecting. And hey, Tammy, welcome in off of that beauty right up in there. So I see many currently at that $15 bid. And we'll give it just a few minutes because there is a lag sometimes, but this is amazing. Just saying. And the glassware is going to be coming. So Roddy is at that $17 bid, and welcome in Romel, Meow. So we have Roddy at 17. Minnie is at 20. Power bid. So we have, it's well worth it, guys. It's something that you just do not see. And it is gorgeous. And Leslie likes it. So she said 22, looking for 24 or better. It is an amazing piece, guys. I mean, and Minnie is at 25. You ladies know what you like, you know. And Roddy said, okay, normally we do $2 bids after 10. So okay, good girl. So we'll take that 28, and Roddy is at 28. Leslie says 30. I'm sorry, I should have told you guys that in the beginning. So we have a high bid with Leslie at 30, looking for 32 or better. This is something else, and it's no small. It's a beauty, guys. I get so excited with everybody in the chat, I just lose all grips with reality. But anyway, what we do after, and Leslie said, Roddy said 32, Leslie said 34, and ladies and gentlemen, we have an auction. Minnie comes in at 36. 34, 30. Okay. We have Minnie at the high bid, and Roddy is out. Leslie is at 38. Don't worry, Roddy. The treat's coming. Bring out the popcorn. Yeah, put some popcorn in the chat, guys. We're getting ready to watch a double feature, right? So we have Leslie holding high at that $38 bid, looking for 40 or better. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece. And Minnie is passing to Leslie. So we're going to call this down for Leslie. Thank you, Minnie and Roddy, for your bids. Worry not, there's more coming. So we're going to start calling this down for Miss Leslie. We're going to go once, going twice, final and last call. And it looks like Leslie, yeah, you may have. She don't play, does she? And we are sold to Leslie at 38. Congratulations. And don't worry, guys. There is still amazing coming. Trust me. And thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. See, guys, I have jewelry. I have a little bit of everything. But I tell you what sells best for me, and there's Sharon. Welcome in. And she's going to be cooking supper. So we will set this right back over here for our Leslie. We're going to bring these out, and man, are these spectacular. Spectacular. I'm going to do some putting over here, guys. We want to keep our products safe. However, my desk is a lot clearer, just saying. But it was, I'm telling you, that was reeked. There goes, I mean, that symbolized elegance and perfection, really. I have a bad habit of saying reeks, but you guys know what I mean. It's kind of similar to like saying, seeing something, said, oh, that's bad, but bad means good, right? It's kind of a play on words. I'll have to clean these up, guys. The tag's still on them. One of these days I'll be able to find my label scraper. Then it'll be party time for sure. Well, what can look now? These, I know they appear to look like votives, but they are not votives. So, and these are considered, you can drink their. Let me go back and look, but they are not. They look like votives, but they are not. And look at that beautiful blue iridescence to those. And some lady goes, well, she said they look like votives. I said, well, they do, but I don't think they are. And she goes, you're right about that. She kind of Googled right at the counter. Let me see if I can find this, guys. The reason why I do this, I like to give all the information possible to you guys so that you can make a decision based on what it is and things like that. So, when you're shopping for something, you want all the information about it, and I don't blame you. I'm not going to come on, oh, look at this vintage glass. Well, I'm not going to do that to you guys. Mercy. Now I'm getting mixed things on this. And it was supposed to have been a glass. It can be a glass if you so choose. Okay, what this is coming up as is a crate and barrel candle holder, Abbey Blue Luster, Hurricane Footed Iridescent. So let me see the original listing. So according to this, these are candle holders. Now I seen something that said that they were otherwise. So I mean, I'm confused up in here. Let's go back. Let's see. Well, we may have votives, but I'm confused. You could use them as, who would know? I mean, really? They look more like um, cups, and they are the most beautiful blue. But if you like them, you can use them for whatever your little heart desires to do. And it says crate and barrel, Abbey Blue Luster, Hurricane Footed Iridescent. And I guess that's what they are, but you can use them for what you want to. So there are 5 of these. They are beautiful. You could use them for whatever you wanted to. Now, see that Google sometimes gives mixed things. So there's 5 of them, and they are beautiful. And we're just going to do this. We're going to start. Man, that's $2 a piece. What a deal that is. We're going to start bid these at $10 for the set. Point blank, end of story. Boom. So there we have it. But they are the most beautiful. You can kind of see that iridescence to these. And they're beautiful. If you want to use them for whatever you want to use them for, it's up to you. But to me, I don't know, it's very confusing, but they are a very beautiful color, to say the least. And they're not very tall. Votives or whatever. I mean, They're still beautiful. They're 3.75 inches tall. You're getting 5 of them. Like I said, you could use them for what you wanted to. It's not, no one says that, but it's what they are. And blue luster hurricane, footed iridescent, but they are beautiful. Avenue. So if you like blue and you like iridescence, and that's a good deal. I mean, with these would be beautiful with Christmas coming. And if you had a floral arrangement that you wanted to set these down into, this would be beautiful. And these are absolutely vintage. They are older. So there they are. If anyone changes their mind, you will be getting 5 in the set. Just contact me at my email. I know sometimes people do change their minds. And I will definitely hook you up with these beauties, and they are gorgeous. That's like what, $2 a piece? You can't beat that with a stick, right? So next up, the purple. We're doing the purple. So I do know a lot of people do enjoy stem wear, and that's what we're looking at here. I'm just kind of shuffling things around, guys. And fear not, for there is another candy dish on its way. Never give up, because you don't know what I've got, and you might see the thing of your dreams. You never know. But then again, you may not. So we're going to pass on that last one. We might revisit it later. And next, we have these, that sticker residue. Look at these guys. I know they look brown, but they are purple, that long stem, and they are vintage. And I'm going to look up exactly what they are. I know that a lot of people do like that, that vintage, the colored glass. I've discovered that that's what they like, so I try to accommodate that. And that was the very next one. So let's see, where is it at? Gosh. Oh, come on now. Let's see. These are amethyst colored wine flutes with crystal hexagon stem. And if I'm not mistaken, there's some bubbling in those, and they're just kind of nice to right there close to the base of that. And they are kind of nice to have around in case you have a celebration or something. Let's see here. I hate it when it flicks over to something different. So I'm going to do the same. Good Lord. I'm going to do the same. They are vintage. They are flutes for wine or whatever it is. And there's 4 of these, and they are vintage. The color is different. You don't see this every day. And I'm going to start bid the whole thing at $10 for the 4-piece set. And I just hit the wrong thing. Started at 10 for all 4, and they are purple amethyst. Hey, Brian, welcome in, sweetie. I was thinking about you. And they are beautiful. That's a heck of a deal for the caliber of what you're looking at. And they are gorgeous. The maker, let me go back in and look and see who the maker is. It keeps coming up really weird things, but let's go back in there and do another. And it's, of course, the glass is thinner. So let's go back and find it again. Let's see here. Keep going, keep going. I think the coolest set of champagne flutes that I ever found was the ones with the real long handles on them, and it came with the original thing that you set them down in. Let's see here. Champagne. I am just totally, hang on just a second. Gold leaf champagne flutes. Let's go down. I really don't think they have a name behind them. I just think that they're like colored glass velvet box. I just think they're vintage. It's not giving me much of a description because it's photographing a little bit, making it look brown, which it's not. They are pretty amethyst color. They are pretty and they're vintage. I just can't tell you what popular picks. Sometimes it automatically comes up with an AI description, but I'm not seeing there. Wait a minute. Did I just luck onto that? The stem is considered pillar. The shape of it. Let me tell you something from what I can see here. They're rather, I do not want an invitation. I'm looking for something. Wow. Just wow. Let me make sure I'm right first. They're amethyst pillar stem champagne flutes, is what they are. Let me see if I can find out any further information for you. Styles. They're from France. France is where they originated. Country of origin, France. The 1980s is the period of those. Huh. You won't believe what this lady, this person had them at $100 for four, and she marked them down to $80. I guess because of the origin. They are from France. They originated in France. So she must have thought that. Yeah, they're made in France. So that explains, since this is kind of squared off, that's where the pillar comes from because of the way that is. They are nice, and start bid at 10 if you like something that's from, these are from France according to, took me a while to find the specs on them, but they were worth it. So we will pass on these, and I'm going to move right over to something that should really fire you up. Phone wouldn't charge and finally made it all, Brian. So, next up, I'd like to give people a chance to get something that they really want. And guess what? Here we have it. Yet another, and this is a Cubist design. Hey, Marzana, welcome in. This is the Cubist design. So for those of you, remember I said never lose, and there's Lenore, welcome in. But this is the Cubist design. As you can see, as I tilt that back, You can see cubes on it, and it is a candy dish with the pedestal is fancy as well. And here is your lid, and it is vintage for sure. And there's your lid with that same, it's dimensional, is what it is. It's a really beautiful piece. Then you do have some peaks right here where it's like it comes across like so. And it's really beautiful. But if we want to get real, hey, Francis, welcome in. If we want to get really technical and get down to business here, let me go back. I did a short on it. Let me find it. It had to have been recent. And there she is in all her glory. So I like to give all the details. Okay, this is a Homeco Home Interiors. This is back when Home Interiors was called Homeco. Candy dish or compote with a lid. It features a cubist or cube pattern with a footed pedestal. Um, this style of glassware is often referred to as Homeco cube footed apothecary jar with a lid or semi, and it's from the, it was produced in the 1980s, and it is pressed glass. I do see a seam on it. So, I guess it is multi use. And I see some humdinger prices. Hey, Rebecca, sweetie, welcome in. So that's why I said do not fret, because I'm going to bring it. So we're going to start this at 12. And there's Ash. Welcome in. And is that a deal? Well, hello. And it's vintage. I'm getting like Bruce. I'm saying hello. And Minnie is at 12. It is an amazing piece from the 80s. Okay, Minnie. Oh, Lenore. Sorry, guys. Minnie was in at 12, and so was Lenore. So the next bid we would need to see was 14. So Roddy, sorry about that, guys. Roddy is in at 16, looking for 18 for this beautiful piece. And Minnie is in at 18. This is spectacular. And Lenore is out. Thank you, Lenore, for your bids. And Roddy is at 20. Minnie is at 22, the high bid being 22. Spectacular. Roddy said 24 on this beautiful piece. Minnie said 26, looking for 28. It's so good to see you guys, and thank you for coming in. So the high bid at the moment is Minnie at 26. Roddy is back in at 28. Beautiful piece. Minnie says 30 for that beautiful Homeco Cubist design candy jar, or what candy, whatever. So the high bid is a Minnie at 30, and Roddy came back in at 32. Thank you, Lenore. We have a $32 bid looking for 34. It is really pretty. It's just one of those dimensional things that really adds interest to things, you know. And so Minnie is passing to Roddy. So thank you, Lenore, for your bids. So we're going to start counting that down for Roddy at 32. Congratulations, sweetie. We're going to go once, going twice, final and last call. And thank you so much, Lenore. And we are so to Roddy. Congratulations. And it looks like you're going to take home. I think Roddy, from what I can tell, loves the clear glass, much like Rebecca does, that and blue. So, congratulations, honey, and thank you for your bids, Lenore and Minnie. I appreciate that. Hey, Rhonda, welcome in, sweetness. So she's being too professional. There is a joke coming. Roddy's got some man. It's gonna be fun. Okay. This one is, I know there's gonna be a free for all, but hey, if you got it, you got it. Man, this thing is stickier and all get out. I'm trying to see, it needs a good bath. And sometimes I just don't see if that's a peel spot. No, I see something on there. Where's my Windex? This ain't some crazy. I'm trying to determine if that, I think it's a spot of something that will come off. I need some bleach wipes up in here. I think it will come off. But everyone remembers this spectacular, beautiful piece. I know y'all remember it because it's very hard to forget, right? So here we have that beautiful ocean blue with the grape motif. Beautiful piece. I wish I had some more of it. I really do. This is like, it's like, Brian, it's like a blue green, like if you go into different ports and different oceans, that's what that reminds me of. But isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. So, since I obviously slept since then, I'm just going to go in and get the specs for you guys so you'll know exactly what you're looking at. It does help, when you sell something to give specs on it. Now, I know I took a picture of this. There it is. And don't you, everything I've been getting lately, Rhonda, is grapes and vines, and it just seems to be, it must have been the thing. But that, as I bring it back, it's a blue green, the most beautiful blue green I believe I've ever seen. So, is a vintage blue glass bowl with a paneled grape pattern. It is often referred to as a compote or candy dish. The bowl is made of blue pressed glass and features a design of grapes and leaves. This item is a vintage piece with some examples dating back to the 1970s. Since this is so spectacular, I have never seen a piece this color ever. And I do a lot of looking. Still got the grass glass wine. I think so. Still got the glass wine kind of glasses. I probably do, Brian. There's no telling what's over there. So, being that this is so spectacular and a color that we don't see every day, and I'm looking through here to be fair about it because I don't want to be too pricey. You're like, come on, woman. So, I'm going to start this. I got to start it at 15 because it's that good. I have to, guys. It has to start at 15 because of the rarity of the color. I have never seen this color green. Let's see. Yeah, I think so, Brian. I know that's a little high, but not really because you do not see this type of glass. I pay yourself to, right, Francis, right. Because, honey, there ain't nobody work harder than this. And Roddy is at 15, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. So I see Roddy at 15. This is unique. I'm not just saying that. Oh, yeah. It is very, I have never seen this color. Not that I'm a world traveler, but we have Roddy in at 15. It's a compote, Brian, or a candy dish where you can put candy in it. But the thing of it is, a lot of times when we look at glass, it's sometimes it has a lot to do with the color of it, the rarity of the color, and yeah. So I see Roddy in at that $15 bid. If what? Not that I'm aware of. Hey, Nana. Welcome in. Laura had to take care. You're fine. Don't, Nana, no offense. Laura got the, who in the world? Laura, probably the best thing to do the next comment he makes, pull the cord on the drop door and just get rid of him because how rude. So we're going to go back to what we was doing. So we're going to call this down for Roddy at 15. I see no other interest. So we're going to start calling this down. We're going to go once to Roddy for 15. Going twice to Roddy for 15. Final and last call, and man alive, wouldn't I love to found more of that. And this is sold to Roddy at 15. It's very different. And I know. And congratulations, Roddy. This, I mean, you don't see this color. And it, boy, wouldn't I love to get my hot little hands on a bunch more. But this, I've seen it. And sometimes when we look at things, a color is the big contributor to a buy. All righty then. Let's see. I am getting ready to bring out something that I think Roddy has been waiting for. And we're going to get cracking here. I think we had an interest in this, right? Yes, Westmoreland. And that color is just really spectacular. It really is. So, guys, oh my goodness, talk about finding things after the fact. Now, but I'm telling you. So, I did see a spark of interest out in the chat on these. I have 12 of these. And at the top, and they are vintage, that's either silver or platinum, and it's on the bottom as well. So with that being said, yeah, it is. I mean, you could just sit and look at that for hours. It's so beautiful. It just reminds you of the sea. I have 12 of them, and I did have to pay, I'm not going to pay a little bit more because of the rarity. You just don't see them. So I'm going to try to keep it fair, guys. I'm not into make a killing, but you know what I mean. Okay. I'm going to start, and y'all know what you're looking at. It's You're not looking at something that you see every day. Let me go in here. They are magnificent, and it's going to be a little higher. Is the glass dusty? Will wash up clear? No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. And I'll be very careful as I do that. I'll probably just take a soft, damp cloth and wipe it off. No, it should not. It shouldn't do it. And I will take good care of it for you. I've got a soft cloth that is similar, that's really soft, and I'll just wet it and wipe it off. It should not. Nope. So, some things you have to handle with kit, a little special. And I'm known to, I could not send something all spotted up, and I just couldn't do it. It's not in my beautiful piece. Alrighty then. And this is Duncan and Miller Platinum Band Iced Tea. Yeah, it's dusty. It needs to be cleaned. It was setting, when people donate, it will. If I had my window cleaner, I'm not even going to use a window cleaner. It's just basically a little dusty because, when they get their deliveries and stuff, sometimes that stuff they have, there's a lean-to on the side of the building, and it is located outdoors, so it's possible that it could have picked up something from that. But I will clean it up, sweetie. It's just, I mean, you could look at that thing forever. It's so beautiful. So this is Duncan and Miller Platinum Band wine glass. Mercy, and they're expensive too. So here's what I'm going to do. And they're from the 1960s. They sound crystal, but let me nail it down. Platinum rimmed. I'm telling you, I walked into a gold mine. Let me tell you. And these are definitely dirty. Come on. And that was for a set of 4. Holy cow. I'm waiting for it to make its mind up. Let's go visit that. They are from the 1960s. That is platinum. Yeah, I believe they could be. Yes, listen. Has anyone in chat ever cut your finger opening cans with a can opener? Oh my goodness, Sharon, you've got the one that you twist. That's what I'm confused in. I think this is what confuses me because let me match it up. It's not the one. Let me be for sure on that because I don't want to give misinformation on something. I thought see, here's the confusing part. Let's go in here and see what they're saying. 1960s platinum rimmed iced tea glasses. Classic. Let's see what else. So I'm getting mixed reviews. So I'm going to go with the and I thought for sure, and see, it's confusing, guys, because everybody calls things differently. Let's see here. Platinum rimmed iced tea. Let's visit that site. So what it's saying, 1960s platinum rimmed iced tea glasses. They're vintage. And it mentions Hollywood Regency, vintage antique pre-owned. So I'm thinking Classic crystal iced tea glasses has a tapered shape, is rimmed in silver on a round foot touch a table when paired with stem glasses. They are also comfortable and fair and fun for daily use. So I'm getting mixed reviews here. So I think now this doesn't give say that they're per se the Tiffin or the whatever. So electric can opener. So I would say Duncan and Miller to be exact because that is exactly what it looks like. But it is from the 1960s. And sometimes it's got the same thing and they describe it 1,000 different ways. So I would go with, the Duncan Miller. But anyway, and they are vintage and they're probably rare. And I have 12. I have 12. And you also have an additional little encircling right there, right below. And I do have 12, and I know what I paid for them. So I'm going to start all 12 at $35 for all 12. That is just about handing them to you. But I know what I paid for them. I know what, and these are dirty, guys. I can see through that, and it's got fingerprints. But all 12 of these starting at, which is really a good, yes, it is. Man, is it ever. And welcome in, Kelly. Roddy says, I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to say 35. So we have Roddy in at that $35 bid. There, I checked all of them. There's no wear on this at all. And usually that's the first place. So I have Roddy at 35 for 12 of these gorgeous glasses. So I see that standing bid at $35 for 12. So we are going to start calling these down. These are amazing, classic. And here's what you need. You need to get one of those things that you set on top of the can and you hit a button and it goes all the way around by itself. So we're not going to dilly-dally. We're going to call this down to Roddy for that $35 bid because we don't need a lot of stuff. So we're going to go once to Roddy for that $35 bid. Going twice for 35 for 12 of them. Wowza, wowza. A final and last call. And we are sold to Roddy, all 12 of them. I'm going to use that special method that I use where I wrap these up and cut my cardboard and roll them to where there is nothing touching. And it's good to see you, Miss Kelly. And you will be very happy. Trust me. You have to it takes a little more time, but it's worth it because it does get you your item in good shape. Because I know how that post office is. I've wanted to scream at him more than once. So there's that. Okay, next up. Here is another vintage in green. Okay, Roddy, and I'm glad you said that because the rest of them are wrapped up, so I get to skip that portion, and I will take care of you, I guarantee you. So this, why'd that go to that, is Libby, vintage Libby green, and these are, let me go into this. vintage Libby, and they're green. Yes, Brian, this may have been what you were talking about. Very possible. I cleared off, and there's 8 of them, believe it or not. I hit the proverbial jackpot, just saying. These are Libby juniper green wine goblets, and they're teardrop shaped, according to this. Features a beautiful forest green color and are perfect for serving water or wine. And let me see what it says. And they do have a gold rim around the edge there. Let me see if we can look. I know a lot of people are interested in dates, but they're mid century modern. A touch of mid century modern charm to your drinkware collection with this set. It says the glasses are made of high quality glass material and were manufactured in 1958. Yeah, green is great for Christmas if you entertain, but they are vintage, mid century modern Libby. There are 8 of them. Oh my God. How did I do that? Thank you, Kelly. It's considered the teardrop, and it kind of goes down and gets a little darker here at the base, but they are pretty. There's 8 of them. That's why they had a lot of space left. So I'm going to start these at, I'm going to start them at 15 because there's 8 of them, and that's a great deal for what you're getting. They are in immaculate condition. There's 8 of them, and it does not get any better than that. So I see Brian first at 15. Minnie, you need to come in at 17 if you're interested. Thank you, Miss Minnie. We have a $17 bid with Minnie, looking for 19. Beautiful vintage Libby with that beautiful gold rim across the top. Yeah, they're exquisite. They just have that, like at Christmas time, you could drink in style. Brian is at 19. Minnie is at 22. And that was quite, I mean, I cleared that side and the other side. But they are really magnificent. They are in great condition. And Brian, okay, Brian was at 24. Minnie is at 28. Very rarely do you find a number, and Brian is at 30, of these like this. You might find 1 or 2, maybe 4, but 8, unheard of, unheard of. And I had to place them in the cart. And Brian's got the popcorn. Brian is at 37. Minnie is at 40, looking for 42. I do have 8, and they're in pristine condition. Just saying. Roddy said 42. Minnie is in at 45. There is we're having an auction for sure. Minnie is at 45. These would be beautiful during Christmas. Minnie has the high bid of $45 for this beer. Okay. You could put anything you wanted to in there, milk, juice, that. But I see Minnie in at $45. She is the high bid currently. Share popcorn with Brian. Roddy is out, so it looks like Minnie will call this down for her. Thank you, Roddy, Brian, for your bids. I appreciate that. And we're going to call that down. St. Patty's Day. So we're going to go once to Minnie for that $45 bid. going twice. Final and last call, and Minnie is the winner of 4, 8. Beautiful. I was writing 4, that's why I said it. Those glasses, Libby is the name, and you can drink anything your little heart desires. And congratulations. And once again, thank you, Brian and Roddy, for your bids. I really appreciate that. And thank you all for being here. Don't forget that thumbs up. What a they're beautiful now. It's about timing, guys. You just have to be in the right place. I am going to bring up yet more goodies. This is something that I haven't even shown yet that you got. I know I showed it, but I haven't physically offered it for sale. Let's see here. Now, do we like things that are created solely with the intent of controlled bubbles? Well, I have 5 of these amber colored, gorgeous, ridiculously beautiful. And there again, the amber glass is rather popular, and the bubbles are on purpose. And there's a way I'm going to be eating Raymond for the next month. You know, I'm not much on Raymond. Raymond, not Raymond, but these guys are. There is a process where they put these bubbles in there, and I've seen it on YouTube. These are on purpose, and these are amber. Lord have mercy, and I have 5. I'm going to have to take a quick Google shot on these guys. They are fantastic. They're again another nice holiday. I thought I had 6. Maybe I made a mistake because, hey, to err is human, right? And I slept since I bought these, so I'm going to take a quick picture. Thank you, Miss Roddy and Kelly. So I've been sitting on the back burner over there. Yes. Amber is really hot. Amber and green are really the sizzling colors of the season, it seems. Let's do a quick googly on it. Mercy. See, this image shows an amber colored glass goblet with a bubbly texture. The style is similar to Tabletop's Unlimited Water Goblet Corsica or Artland Iris Goblet. I've had some Artland before. It features small, uncontrolled bubbles throughout the glass, which is a characteristic of hand blown or seeded glass. Goblets are versatile and can be used for various beverages, whatever your heart desires. So what they're describing them here is Artland Iris seeded amber glass goblets. Yeah, it kind of, in a way, it does have a little bit of an orange hue to it, but they're considered Artland Iris. Yeah. Do you not like the ending's neat? And I have 5. I thought I had 6, but and like I said, these are done on purpose. It is not messed up. So these are more than likely Artland. There's even bubbling in this as well. And this is always a good characteristic. So we have 5. Let's see what. So we're getting ready to do a. Let's see here. We're gonna start all of them at 15. What the heck? I pretty much know what I paid for them, and I can, be very generous about it. 15 starting bid. Minnie said 15. Those are quite classy with the little cute bubbles. Yeah, Brian, sweetness. Minnie was already in at 15. I need to see 17 or better. So Minnie is coming at 17, but so is Deborah. So Minnie said 20. So we need 22 or better. See, sometimes you always see yourself first, and it's what I see on this screen, and Brian's at 22. Very handsome glasses here. And it does have a little cast of an orange to it. Deborah Barnes is out. Thank you, Deborah, for your bids. Brian is in the lead at 22, and they are fantastic. I mean, this is a lot of bang for your buck. This is not a small goblet. I mean, it's going to hold a pretty good amount of liquid. So I see Brian at 22. We need to see 24 or better. And Deborah's already out. So Minnie said 24. We have that $24 bid. Looking for 26. No, Brian, they're not crystal. I would say I don't see a seam. I believe they're hand blown. So you're not going to see a seam. But here's what they sound like. Not crystal. That's definitely not crystal. So Minnie was at 24. Brian comes back in at 26. They hold a lot. So Brian is currently high at that $26 bid, looking for 28 or better. They do hold a lot. They're not teeny tiny. And we'll give it just a few minutes because I know the lag is real. So they are beautiful. But I tell you, what they did with this is amazing. It really is. There's your inside. So, well, Minnie is she's probably tabulating. She might be lagging a little bit. Now, guys, if you're on a phone per se, let me show you a little helpful hint that someone showed me a long time ago. And Minnie's going to pass to Brian. There's always a line across the bottom. If you take that and pull that all the way to the end, you're going to be caught up. If you do that, just pull it over. Put your finger and pull it over. So it looks like Minnie is out to Brian. Thank you, Brian, for your bid. Your Minnie for your bids, as well as Deborah. I appreciate it. And so we are sold to Brian for 26. These are great, Brian. These are fantastic. Congrats, congrats. They're really special, guys. They really are. So I've had those for a while, and they've been over in the corner. So it was time to just break them out in grand fashion. And that's what we did. And congrats, Brian. These hold a lot of liquid, guys. Just saying. I'll move this over until. Okay, guys, this is going to be all I can say. is hold on to your hats. You're in for a bumpy ride. So this does need to be cleaned, and it would be even more beautiful. I transferred some stuff onto this because do you guys remember this? I wanted to keep this, but I don't need it, guys. You know, I don't need it. It's going up for bids. So here we have a beautiful Mikasha platter. Vintage is all get out. And look at the beauty. Now, Mikasha is well known for that frosted look, but they're not the, hey, Deborah, sweetheart, welcome in. They're not the only one that does that. This is a two-tiered, magnificent piece of Mikasha glassware, and it's called Rosella. And if you would see what this sells for, and it is vintage, so I'm going to have to let her go. Oh, parting is such sweet sorrow. I love you, but you got to go. You got to get out of here. You can sulk after you're sold, but anyway, it is so beautiful. I know, Laura, and if I could put it somewhere without it getting decimated, I would. But hey, I'm bringing it. I'm bringing this to you guys because these are pieces that unless you get out and really swab the ditches, so to speak, it's so beautiful. My dining room is pink, but it's going. So back to what I was saying. This is the beautiful Mikasha Rosella, not Rosanna Dana, but Rosella. Now I'm getting in that comical mood. Yes, somebody out there, and it's in prist. It needs to be cleaned up, guys. Here we go, guys. Now this is worth every and probably more, but I'm going to really. We'll start this at. I think this one was a little bit more. I think. I'm starting this at 35, guys, because I have no other choice to do so. I got to do it. We're going to start bid this at 35. And are you getting a deal? Well, absolutely. You're in the deal zone here. Yes, Brian, those bowls should be on their happy way right to you, sweetie. Look at that. Roddy said, I'm not going to let that get away. I'm going to jump right in there. So Roddy is at 30. This is the most, oh gosh, it is beautiful. So we have Roddy in at 35. I've sold a lot of Mikasha in my day, but it is Mikasha Rosella. And if you can see what this goes for, Laura's drooling. I know, Laura, it's class, sophistication, femininity at its highest peak. So I see Roddy in at 35 unless someone comes in at 37, and Deborah said 37. We have 37 looking for 39 or better. This is amazing. And it doesn't get any better than this. And welcome in, Kel. Minnie is at 39. She goes, we're gonna wrestle for this beauty. So Minnie is at 39. Roddy is at 41, looking for 43. And this is no lightweight, guys. It really isn't. And it's vintage as all get out. We do have that $45 high bid on this. So look, guys, let me give you a measurement. I'm sitting here holding it and not doing my job. So across, where I'll give you an idea, it is 12.75 inches across. Roddy is holding it at 45. The top layer is 8. It is the most exquisite thing I've ever seen. So and Deborah's at 47. You will not regret it. It is freaking amazing. It is Mikasha Rosella, $49 with Roddy. She's holding in, and so we are at 49, looking for 51. It is really exquisite. I mean, oh my goodness. I mean, this is femininity at its highest level. So we are holding, and Deborah said 51. This is beautiful, guys. There's nothing wrong with this metal. It is not turned. There is nothing wrong. We are at 53 with Roddy. It is a gorgeous piece. And this is kind of like a little textured. You can feel, and like I said, Mikasha is well known for that frosted appearance. So we have Roddy at 53. This is pretty. And so Deborah is out to Roddy, and Deborah, thank you for your bid. So Roddy is got that bid at 53. So we're going to start calling this down because I did not see any other bids in the chat. So we're going to go once to Roddy for 53. Going twice. Final and last call. And Roddy, this little baby is going to be working its way to you, but I'm going to tell you, I will ship this separately from anything. This is special, and if it got broke, I would cry. So I'm going to ship that separate because it deserves to be shipped separately. And I often do that, guys, when I have something special, or if you have heavy items, and you're very welcome. It is beautiful. I'm going to ship it separately because this way or that way, it is gorgeous. And congrats. Let me give it one last little pat and kiss it goodbye. I mean, I've never found anything this exquisite, let me tell you. Okay. I must be very agile to get down on the floor like that. Okay, let's see. Now, you're like, man, this lady is just killing us with glassware. Okay. I have a 21-piece set of this magnificent amber kind of brown bottomed glassware set. And I'll tell you what it is. And boy, did they have fun wrapping this at they're used to me coming in. They're used to me coming in. They said, get the boxes. They usually get boxes when they see me coming in. Because if they've got something I want, it's coming with me. I said, what service? I said, that is so nice of them to do that. I've had this for a while. I don't need it by any means, so I am going to sell it. Here we're at that Libby line again. This is Libby. There are 7 of this large size. Then we drop down to the next size down. This is either a champagne or a sorbet cup. They are vintage Libby, labeled tulip brown. Let's see, 4 more retro. They were produced by Libby Glassware, where a well-known glassware manufacturer. These glasses are often sold in sets of 4 or more and are considered a retro or mid-century modern style. The glasses are typically 6 to 6.5 inches tall and hold around 12 ounces. So, with that being said, I have 21, 7 of each. So, let's take a little looky, see. If you would see what 4 of these things sell for, it'd blow your mind. But not today, not in here. We do things a little bit different. These would be beautiful if someone had a bar or something that they could set those, dress up your table. So you're getting 7 of each, equaling 21 of this beautiful tulip brown pattern. I know just about what I paid for them. Let me do some configuration here and see what we can do. So, okay, this may sound crazy, but look at what you're getting. I'm going to start the whole 21 pieces at $45. And to say that's a deal, if you look online, you'll know what I'm referring to. They are Libby, they are mid-century modern. They are amazing. 7, 7, and 7. And I gotta start them at that. They are in pristine condition. Bye, Sharon, honey. I'm glad you came in. But that's what they're starting at, and you get all 21 pieces. And if you do the math, just saying, Deborah said 45 because she knows what she. And I do try to give a fair estimate of what these things are. And sometimes when you have 21 pieces of glass that you purchase, it is a little more. So I see Deborah in at 45. And somebody is doing a lot of celebrating out there with hearts and smiley faces. And I think that could be somebody trying to get noticed. So I do see Deborah at 45 for this 21 piece set of Libby glassware. So unless I see someone else coming in for 47, we're sure going to call this down for Miss Deborah. That is a deal. I think this is champagne or sorbet or whatever you want to use it for. They're in pristine condition. And when I told him I wanted them, I said, well, there's good news and bad news. I said, I want all that over there. So we're going to call it down for Deborah. So we're going once to Deborah for that $45 bid. going twice. Final and last call. And it looks like Deborah has nailed her a beautiful set of Libby glassware and sold. Thank you so much, hon. If Lenora, could you drop? I don't know if she sent it or not. Yes, it was. Could you drop my email in the chat, please, and thank you. That way, she'll know where to see her send her information to. And thank you, Deborah. I think this is your first purchase, as well as Roddy. I really appreciate you guys for coming in and being a part of all this. And thank you so much. It's always good to see people come in. 21 piece. Libby. And thank you so much. Let me set these over to the side. But yeah, somebody was being cute a minute ago, and sometimes when they think they're cute, you show them otherwise, because that's just crazy talk. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Set this over here. Alrighty then, now that we're in that fall type mode, we are going to, now this, I've had this for a pretty good while. Look at that. And it looks like leaves, and you have a cluster of grapes right here. I've had that for a while. I'll have to take a picture of it because I don't quite remember what it is. But it's a little divided tray type thing. And to me, it's in the shape of a leaf. So what goes better in the fall? All the falling leaves. So since I showed this, I'm going to have to break out some other things. You're like, no, don't do it. I like this. But, I do have different things. So let's go in here. So those of you that love your clear glass and the vintage and the vintage variety, for sure. Pickle tray, olives, baby. Tapping on the hearts and smiley faces actually helps you get more views. Okay. All right. I never knew that. Thank you, Francis. Thank you for that information. Oh, wow. Thank you. That's a big help. So what we have here, look out. Now we're talking tiara. My goodness. This is a tiara, Tiara, vintage Indiana glass. It's like a relish type leaf shaped, and I was right about that. Holy cats. So we're not just whistling any kind of glass here. We're talking about the tiara glass. Leaf-shaped divided dish. So evidently it's pretty darn popular. I know, isn't it different, Minnie? And I've come across it and I thought it would be perfect for tonight. And it does have a sticker on it. My hand itches. I'm getting ready to fall into some money. Ha ha ha. So this is vintage Tierra. Tierra is a very upper echelon brand of glass. And we're just going to start it at 12 and my hand itches. Am I going to win the lottery tonight, guys? I'm already rich in personality, right? You're like, it's getting deep in here. Let's get the boots out. We're going to start it at 12. The seller told me I had no clue. Oh, wow. And Minnie said 12 because she likes those unique items that draw that attention. So I see Minnie at 12. Roddy is at 14, looking for 16. Minnie is in at that $16 bid, looking for 18. Minnie is high right. My hand itches. What is going on? Hark is at the Brinks truck backing in the driveway. And Roddy is at 18, looking for 20. Minnie is at 20, looking for 22. That noise as a guy drives a wrecker. He was backing into the driveway, his driveway, which is on the other side of our fence. Minnie high at 20. Money, 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 money. Roddy is at 22. Now, see, I'm getting goofy. And Minnie comes back in at 25, looking for 27 or better. Say, back it in and just let me come get it. And Roddy is at 27. Minnie is at 30, looking for 32. I think I've got Brian cracked up out there. And Roddy came back in at 32, looking for 34. Minnie said 35. They like that Tierra exclusive there. Minnie is high at that $35 bid, looking for 37. Roddy came back in at that $37 bid. Minnie hit it at 40. 40 is the current high bid. The popcorn has been brought out by Brian for everyone to enjoy out there while they're watching. Looking for 42 or better. Roddy is back at 42, looking for 44. Minnie said 45. We have a $45 high bid in the chat. Looking for 47. And Roddy is out. Thank you, Roddy, for your bids. So we are going to count this down for Minnie at 45. We're going to go once to Minnie for that bid of $45. Going twice. Final and last call. And it looks like Minnie has got her a Tierra exclusive. And sold. Congrats, Minnie. And thank you, Roddy, for your bids. I appreciate it. Take this to where it won't come off so I won't be clueless on what's going on. And moving on. So, next. I did a total 180, guys. So, what do we pick? You're like, she's killing me softly with this glass. These have to be margarita glasses. They just have to be. We'll be singing tequila I hope I didn't show anything important just then when I lifted my leg up. But let's see. Just set this off to the side. Now, I've had these for a while. And hey, Katie, welcome in. These are definitely blown glass for sure. And these, I would say, are margarita glasses. You do have your red on the bottom here. Let me nail down what these are. You don't want to be showing anything too important. We want subscribers, but for the right reason, right? And welcome in, Miss Katie. Good to see you. That's comparable to hitchhiking. That's comparable to hitchhiking and putting your leg, revealing your leg. So we want to be popular for the right reason, not the. Let's try it again. However, we do know that. Let's see. We're getting into that funny zone, guys. You know how I get. Let me see. Let me enlarge that and make sure I got the right one. Okay, that's, oh my goodness. This, I was so wrong. You can tell that I don't drink, period. These are Rojo blown glass martini glasses. Ruby red with gold. I only have 2 of them. But I thought they were very interesting to say the least. And these are for martinis. And they are blown glass. They are very pretty. And I'll move them in. As you can see, that detail and then your stem. And I really need to move these. So we're going to start these at $8 for the set. And welcome in, Jen. Brian, you're cracking me up. We're going to start both of them for $8. And there is Shell Bell. Welcome in. Good to see you, sweetheart. So this is, I thought margarita, but what do I know? This is for you drank it. The thing of it is, if you drank a martini that big, you know, it wouldn't be like 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 4 in the floor. I mean, that's big, guys. And these are a martini, Roja, and Carahel said 8. I can't even talk. You'd think I've been drinking something, but I haven't. So I see Carahel in at 8. These are beautiful. They are martini glasses. Very sophisticated blown glass martini glasses. So if I don't see any other bid, we're going to start calling this down for Carahel. They are beautiful. So I've got them. I know I'm getting in that mode. It's that time of night where the jokes will flow or whatever. Cute. Yeah, they would be cute for ice cream. I thought they were margarita, but it's whatever you want. So we're going to start calling these down for Carahel because yummy lemon drop martini. So I do not see any other interest in the chat. So it looks like Carahel is going to be having a tropical vacation. So we're going to go once to Carahel for that $8 bid. Going twice. Final and last call. They are nice. They're on the thin side. And we are sold to Care Hell. Congratulations. Those are yours. Thank you so much. See what else is lurk. Oh, I'm bringing it up. I am bringing this up. No holds barred. I am bringing this up. I am going to put temptation right there in front of you. Aren't they nice? There's going to be something that is so magnificent that. So look at her, how she puts that tape on like she's enjoying these, showing these tantalizing items. Well, yeah, I have to admit, you got me. I'm so busted. I am so busted. Hang on just a minute, guys. Okay. For you guys out there, you're going to scream. I'm telling you. I see Debbie looking at me right now, giving me the evil eye over there. So, Debbie, you're going to have to get out of my way because I got business to conduct here. Now, I had this beautiful, and wait till you see it. I don't just buy things in fours. I'm to 4, 6, 8. I want this to go to a wonderful home because it is very, very nice. And it just happens to be vintage, and I will shift these Care Health items over to the side. Very gently. Let me get this down. I hope they don't think I'm an exhibitionist or something, but I had to reach and get it. Who cares what they think? If I have to reach over to get something, it's just too bad, right? Oh my goodness, check this out. And this was sold as a set, and here's what's on the front of it. And that's kind of looks frosted in a way. And we have 2, 4, 6 of these beautiful vintage. Look at these. Now, you want to talk about something spectacular. And yes, it is going up as a set. I believe it belongs together. It was made for each other. Very elegant. And I will give you the specs because I know you're dying to know the details. I think this is a wine carafe. But I'm going to Google each separate just for giggles, and then we will proceed to. Man, that thing's gorgeous. Yeah, they're little. They're almost like, I don't know what kind of flower that is, but right in there, see them with the little, look like got hairs on them or whatever. These are etched beauties that are vintage. I'll hold still for you. And they are vintage, and let's see here. Let's see. They're pressed glass. I can tell by the way they sound. And they said she's going to be the death of me, but what a way to go. I know, Francis. I'm going to have to put in a brutal training camp. They're they look like here, let me show you. Okay, let's see, what can I put in there so you can really see the detail. Let's try this. We want to be able to show. There's what that flower looks like. It looks like something that it's a flower. It's got little hairs, or not hairs, but little. That's what they look like. Let's see. Let me see if the artiste is still alive here. No, I was never an artist, guys. Let's see here. It's like they look like this. Let's see. Let's start in the middle and flare it out. Let's see. Now, this, from what I can tell, this is what they look like. Come down here. And let's do this and that. This looks like a person with a bad hair day, but this is the best I can do. They look like this, right like that. And then there's your leaves on the side there. I know it looks like a stick figure with bad hair, but that's what they look like. And they are etched for sure. Don't know what the flower is, but let's Google it and maybe it'll tell us what that flower is, and the mystery shall be revealed. Touch designs, laptop, screen. Duh, I know the laptop was in the background. Let's see. Shows a glass with an etched design of a leafy branch on its side and a laptop in front of it. Duh. We better dive in deeper with AI and see what it comes up with. It's wheat, is what it is. It's little wheat, like the little round things on wheat. When wheat matures and it's ready for the harvest, that's what that looks like right there. So that's a wheat. They are vintage. Oh, yes, my dear. Let's see, let me go back. And they are very vintage. Let me back it up. How come I'm all the way here and I don't need to be? Uh-huh. Let's now, they are beautiful, by the way. I mean, I could just see these even in a display would be magnificent. Okay, it says an etched feather, whatever that is, but it looks like wheat to me. Now, I could be wrong, and I have been, and they are vintage. I do not know the exact date on these, but do know they need to be adios out the door. And let me do a picture of the vase here, which has got grapes and it's, I know it's vintage, and it was sold together, so Does it go together? I don't know, but it does look awful snazzy together. Now, just for giggles, and I kept contemplating on whether I was going to buy this or not, and I said, why not? Because I usually try to keep in mind that popular picks. But it's a wine decanter and it's etched glass. And that's pretty much all I know about it. But let me show you something. Now, this is what I call cause and effect. So, in order to get a better idea of what this would look like, I am going to arrange it on this. Wait a minute. No, scratch that. I'm going to get a different thing. Let's try it on this beautiful thing here. So I'm going to show you the potential of this. And yes, the tray will be for sale too. And you just arrange these. And here, look at that. And the tray will be for sale. If you want the tray, it'll be up too. But to see it would be beautiful setting out. It's just got a real beautiful etched thingy on it. And guess what? The tray has flowers on it. Every now and then so with that being said, this has something on it that Rodney Kent Creations. So let's focus on the big part first. So you get 6 glasses that are absolutely vintage because they do their homework. So with that being said, I'm going to start this whole set at $25. They said she done lost it. For everything you see, the 6-piece glass set and the wine decanter, all at $25. One, there's your glasses. It needs to go to a different home and not be up here cooped up forever. And Kel Hair says 25. You know, nothing does any good unless it is enjoyed by another person. It's been up here. So I see Caraway in at 25. And it is beautiful. I mean, I'm telling you. But I think that's wheat. You know, when wheat matures, it gets that ball on the end of it. I think it's what it is. So I don't see any other interest. So we're going to go ahead and call this down for Caraway. She has the bid. And hello, Bruce. Welcome in. So we're going to go once to Caraway for that $25 bid. Another fantastic deal, by the way. Going twice. And a big final and a last call. And it looks like Caraway is going to have a very decadent set for 25, which is totally a steal. So I'm going to put it back over, and congratulations. You're going to love it. That price is almost, I don't know, but I know what I paid for it. So let's step over here. We're going to put it back in the safety zone. I I wanted someone to enjoy it. It's been upstairs and nobody is. Did I miss something? Treasure chest, Francis. Congratulations. Am I missing something, or let me go back up? All right, Francis going once. Treasure chest catch. I don't see what it is. What going once? We called it down. Da da da. I don't see anything. Oh, Roddy, I am so sorry. I missed that. I'm so we need to reopen this, guys. Sorry, Roddy, I did miss your bid. I apologize. So we're going to have to reopen the bid. I'm sorry, that's totally my fault. So Carhill came in at the starting bid and Roddy went to 27, looking for 29, and thank you for doing that. I was totally clueless. And so Carhill is at 29. Sorry about that, Roddy. It just went like right over my head. Thank you for letting me know because I was like, duh, da, da, da. And we're looking at a $31 bid from Roddy. And I apologize for that, Miss Roddy. 33 from Carhill. And so Carhill and Roddy is at 35, looking for 37. I'm glad y'all did a lot of arrows because I'd have been clueless. So Carhill is at that $37 bid, looking for 39. And Roddy is back at 39, looking for 41. And Carhill is out, so Roddy does have the winning bid at 39. So we're going to go. Thank you, Carhill, for your bids. So we're going to go once to Roddy for that $39. Going twice. Final and last call, and we are sold to Roddy for 39. And thank you so much. And thank you, Carhill, for your bids. And I apologize for my blindness. I wasn't really blind. Maybe it moved up a little higher and I didn't see it. But never fear, there is more where that came from. Like I said, I've got it. So I better move that away from my Wi-Fi or we won't be seeing squat. So next up, I don't want to miss that chair and end up legs up in the air on the floor. Wouldn't that be embarrassing? So, does anyone like milk glass? Milk glass, anyone with that classic grape motif on it and vintage to go along with it? We do have milk glass with that grape motif on it. And I would have had more, but I had an accident, not in the car, but in here. So we have a total of 4, which is still a nice amount. So we're going to start these at all 4 of them. We're going to start at $10. And if you like milk glass, the opportunity is definitely knocking because that's what I'm going to do. You can break up all four for $10. That starting bid, and it is milk glass. It does have a great motif on it. That's one heck of a price. I mean, for milk glass, you would expect to see that for one. But there we have it. Really beautiful. Minnie said 10 because Minnie likes what she sees. So I have Minnie in at 10. Guys, I'm going to be rapping in my sleep, not rapping singing, but rapping. But like I said, have patience. It takes me a while to pull this off, but I'm going to be in there punching with the best of them. So I see Minnie at that $10 bid. And like I was saying, if something's, I will not pack something heavy with something that's like that beautiful, or that pink, you know what I mean. So I see Minnie at that $10 bid. If I do not see any other bids, we will call that down for Minnie, and these will go bye bye. It is a lot of work, but it does. I'm telling you guys, just be patient, and I'll take care of you, and I'll do it right. I'm not going to just shove something into a box because that's not how I do. So we're going to go once to many for that $10 bid for these beautiful milk glass goblets. Going twice. Oh, I will. Final and last call. Well, here, and we are sold to many. Now, this is what I do. I may have to, I go in the living room downstairs, and a lot of times I'm sitting on the floor, spread eagle, doing this. And that's so I'll make sure I've got pants on that day because that's how I do it. I go down there and it's just the way I do it. I get down in the floor and I start it. And thank goodness that I'm still young enough that I can get off that floor. Speedos. Bruce, I have good news and bad news. The bad news is uh, I can't find the appropriate Speedo. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to go on Glamazon, as I call it. The fight's not over yet. I can still find. No, Christmas is a coming, and we have to have something really special. I got these earrings from Bruce. Now check those babies out. Look at those. The bling bling. Bruce and his jewelry. If y'all think you're dying out there just being Bruce's chat and the jewelry that they pick up is outrageously beautiful, but I'm not going to hold that against him. Use your imagination. I may have to. Bruce, I'll have to know your size. Don't say it on here because I don't want you to be embarrassed. Yeah, I'll have to. I could start out with two. I got to tell this story. I love you too, Bruce. This lady, and this is the truth, guys. Now, if you're ready to laugh, this lady took two pieces of fabric and they were triangles, and she joined in the middle and sewed. And what she did is she took the sewed part, and it was the crotch part, and she brought it up and tied, I don't know, and she walked to the store in that and a pair of flip-flops, and she was a healthy girl. And she wrapped it somehow, but where she sewed the two ends was the crotch part, and she pulled it. I don't know, but she walked to the store in that, and thank you. She walked to the store in that with a pair of flip flops, and I can still see her. Even in my days when I was all that in a bag of chips, I would have never have done that. And Brian's put a Santa in there. Isn't that gorgeous? So I just added that. But see, Bruce, there's a way around everything. Well, how are you going to describe it if you don't use that? I mean, I don't think that's a bad word, is it? I had to tell you how she did it. I could have drew a picture, but you would still. Okay, Bruce, I'll behave for a second or two. Here we have a beautiful. It's probably. Let's see. It wasn't marked vintage, but here's the marking on the bottom. What's a thistle? But how am I supposed to say? I mean, where the legs were separated by. That's the only way I could say it. You know, but she did, and there's your bottom in that red Chinese symbol. And here you have this goes on that base right here, and it looks like it's three geisha girls with their swimsuit joined at the crotch. I'm messing with y'all. I'm kidding. So we have three geisha girls, and there is a lot of times, guys, these are hand painted with the gold gilding. This would be so pretty with like a battery operated tea light. Usually, when they have a base, it makes it nice. And there you have your bottom. Very beautiful. Now, Bruce, I was a perfect angel until you came in and got me started. So this is more than likely Japanese or Chinese. And we're going to start this at the low price of. Now, Bruce, I was an angel, a perfect angel. You're like, you an angel? I don't think so. We're going to, well, shoot. We're going to start it at $8, and it's worth more than that, I'm sure. Beautiful. You can put a, Brian, you're going to get me giggling. You put a tea light, and Lenore likes it. She said 8. This would look, it's even got underneath. So, and then, you would have your light reflecting out. Very nice piece. So Lenore is in at 8. Bruce, if you want to be helpful, you can come over and wrap this stuff up while I observe. No, I'm kidding. This will wear. Oh gosh. So I see Lenore in at 8. Just a bit crooked halo. Here, let me straighten it up. It only went that way when Bruce came in. It just went. So I don't see any other interest. So we're going to start calling this down for Lenore for that $8 bid. Bruce brings out the devil every time and the piano purse. So we're going to go once to Lenore for that $8 bid. Going twice. Final and last call. And we are sold to Lenore. Bruce just See, it's got that on the bottom. That is atypical of a Chinese piece. And congrats, Lenore. That is yours, my dear. Yeah, I was so good until Bruce came in. Then all bets were off. Okay, let me put it somewhere where it's not going to interfere. And while I'm over here, I'll just grab this with my Wi-Fi because it's a big pain when that here. I'm going to yank this down as well. And we will put you over here with Care Hell and make sure you're safe. Okay, you little Christmas kitties out there. We know that Christmas is coming. Oh, my leg. We know Christmas is coming, and Bruce can tell you exactly how close. And so, now, is anyone into native pottery by chance? Any native pottery lovers out there? This is not the most 68 day. Oh my goodness. The egg is, that's a good, it could be. Hang on, it might be. Let's see, I think it may be. Let me go back in and take a look because on the bottom, well, it may not be. It doesn't have that rough texture, but it is a beauty. Beauty. So, we have, this is with the paper on it, Indian types. It's tells about the different symbols on here. And on the bottom, it says the Alamo, San Antonio, Texas. And it's just, and it tells you what the different Indian symbols, what they mean right there. Let me get my finger off of it. And it's just a piece of pottery. And I've had it for a while, and I'm just going to start it at 7. It is a piece of Indian type, but that's where it is from, the Alamo, San Antonio, Texas. And Lenore said, well, I think I like that. So I have Lenore in at 7. Yeah, I try to give as much information. So I see Lenore in at 7. There's no money in there, but it does tell you about the different symbols and what they mean. It still has a tag. So I see Lenore in at 7. If I don't see any other interest, we'll just go ahead and call this down for Lenore. So we're going to go once to Lenore for that $7 bid. Going twice. Final and last call. And we are sold to Lenore. And congratulations, sweetie. I'm glad that see Bruce. Here I go, guys. Bruce told me that he was from the Sharman tribe from the No Wipe 'em Valley. You're welcome, Lenore. Chief Sharman, and that ain't right and worth a hoot. Don't you remember, Bruce? You said that you was You was related to Chief Sharman from the No Wipe 'em tribe. Here it comes, guys. Oh gosh. Now, Bruce, I was really an angel before that came around. So you brought it out. So now you got to deal with it. Ouch, my leg. Oh my gosh. Let's move some things over. Guess what, Minnie? I spotted two more, and you're going to get 6 for 10. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm glad I'm clearing this out, but it's over. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at look at. Okay, don't laugh. Don't laugh. I was just going through the motions. Look at this with this. Oh my gosh, is that bubbles? Yes, might be a hand blown beauty. Wait a minute here. What's this? Why? If I was any more perfect, Bruce, it would have been scary. I was well behaved. Oh my gosh. I am just giggly. I'm trying to see what this is. I was perfect since I can't deliberate what in the heck that is. Why, I was ready to be put on the honor roll. I was so good. I don't know, Bruce. See, change the subject on us. I don't know what that is, if it's made into the glass or what. It's not a chip. Let's dispense with that until I can figure out what's going on. Why, I was ready to have a cap and gown ceremony because I was so good. Whoa! Oh my goodness! That's a good one, right? Oh my god! I know my face has got to be red about now. Bruce said I resemble that. Oh my god! I resemble that remark. Okay, man. Bruce said every time he comes in, he gets picked on. Oh my God, guys, it was hilarious. Okay, let me see what we have. Oh, okay, this is just a little teleflora, but it's really cute. Hang on just a second. It's a Christmas ornament. Yeah, Bruce. But she said she's laughing at my expense. Yeah, that's true. So we have this adorable, and it's really cute. It would be cute with those little miniature. Me too, Francis. I think I was framed. This is a really cute little, it's like an ornament, but you can store things in that. Here's your lid right there. And it's an ornament, guys. It'd be cute with those little mini candy canes in it. So I'm going to start this at $6. $6. Y'all got me laughing now. And you know what happens? You haven't heard nothing. It's like a hyena. A big whoops. It helps if you do that, doesn't it? $6. And Roddy's already in. That was a good one, Roddy. I got to give you props. That about the brown one. There. And Roddy went from 6 to 8. It was only 6, sweetie. Unless you want to, but it is pretty. It looks like a Christmas ornament in every fashion. Minnie said 10. Minnie likes the way that looks. And Roddy said 12. It's very nice. Makes you want to start singing jingle bells, doesn't it? Out to Roddy. So Roddy had the high bid of 12. And Minnie, thank you for your bids. And we're going to call this down to Roddy for 12. Isn't that pretty? Appears to be in good shape as well. Let's see. So we're going once to Roddy for that $12 bid. Going twice. Final and last. Cookies. Yeah, that's a good idea. Final and last call. And it looks like Roddy is going to walk with a beautiful thingy here. And congrats to you, sweetheart. It's in good shape. Congrats, congrats. You would almost have to glue the lid on, Brian, because the minute you lifted it up, you would have a lid and that was it. But it is pretty. I mean, you could do whatever you wanted to with it. I'm going to be careful how I put this on here. So there we go. Okay, yeah, you got the glass trinket box. Dennis is going to cover it with all rhinestones. When he's done, we'll definitely send you a picture. Thanks, Bruce. I would love to see that. Dennis is really good at what he does. Really, really good. Alrighty then. Ouch, my leg. Let's see, I'll put these over to the side and then we will pick these up. You put Debbie under the table. Hey, I got a bee dazzler. That's a possibility. I mean, let it not be said that excuse me, that I can be very creative, just saying. So next up is this beautiful vintage trinket box. And it is porcelain, by the way. And here's some marking right here. Let me get my all-seeing eye out. I did find it. Made in something. Can't tell. But it is a beautiful trinket box. It is porcelain, by the way. I don't want to pinch my cable. I have a thing that sets those rhinestones as quick as a whistle. So here we have it. It's really beautiful. It is from the 60s. It is a trinket box. It is porcelain. You probably saw that in one of my shorts. I'll show you the inside in really good condition. So there's the inside. Excuse me. And I am going to start this at, yeah, we're all set. And I'm sure I got a few extra rhinestones. Start at 12, guys. That could be the deal of the night, maybe. A steal of a deal. Starting at 12, it's pretty. Where's my tape measure here? Leslie said she kind of likes the way that looks. Believe it or not, guys, my area is much better. So I see Leslie at 12, Roddy at 14. It comes in at 5 inches plus, and we're bidding like crazy. We have Leslie at 16. Carol said 20. Power bid. And it's 3.5. It's really clean, guys. And they didn't, you can, by that texture, that's definitely porcelain. It's a beautiful piece. 22 to Leslie. The top fits perfectly. 24 to Carol. We need to see 26 or better. Please and thank you. It is really something. And a lot of the stuff is hand done. And Brian is providing the popcorn. And Carol is out. And Leslie has the high bid at 26. It is. It's really nice, guys. And Roddy is out. So that leaves Leslie, the high bidder. And thank you, Carol. And Roddy, for your bids, and we're going to go once to Leslie for that $26 bid, going twice to Leslie, final and last call, and you are the new owner of this beautiful trinket box, which is porcelain, by the way, and there we have it. To run out of room. I'm going to use Minnie's cups for perch. Whoops. So now that I have whet your appetite for the finer things in life, right? I am going to, I've showed this before, but I'm bringing it. Let's do this other one first. So here we have Murano glass made in Italy. And this has been up before. And it is the most beautiful sea blue that you have ever seen. It is absolutely Murano glass. And there's your proof right there. Made in Italy, and we're going to start this at 12 because it's Murano glass. Gotta. Okay. And there you have it. That's well worth it, guys. It reminds me of kind of like a water lily in a way, and you can see the beautiful blue in there, and it is Murano glass. I guess it's a little votive of some kind, but it is marked very clearly on the bottom, And Ash definitely sees potential in this piece. And Ash was in at 12. Roddy is back in at 14. Needs 16 or better for the next bid. And we do have 16 looking for 18. This is very beautiful. And Roddy is in at 18, looking for 20. It is pretty, guys. And it is Murano, and it is marked, and it's from Italy. And Roddy is high at 18. And Ash is out. Thank you, Ash, for your bid. So we're going to call this down to Roddy for $18. That's pretty good. It's nice. It's a nice piece. So we're going to go once to Roddy for that $18 bid. Going twice. Final and last call. And it looks like Mr. Murano is coming your way. Yeah, it does look like a large lily. And congrats, congrats. Appreciate that. And thank you for your bids, Ash. I appreciate it. Now, and Bruce is leaving. All right, Bruce. Won't be long. Bruce will be cruising into on the high seas, him and Dennis. And thank you, Bruce, for coming in. I really appreciate it. And good night to you. And thank you for coming in. Now, you want to talk about something magnificent. Needs to be cleaned. Let me get a quick shot of this. I know it's hand painted, but let's get a shot of this, guys, and so we can nail down. I've had that for a while, and it was time for it to find another home. So, indeed, it did. Yeah, Bruce and Dennis is having a bon voyage party. So they're going to be out on a big cruise ship, and the way he talks, I heard Speedos are the formal wear over there. And good night to you and Dennis, Bruce. Thank you for coming in. He sounds like there's some really wild outfits going on at the pool out there. Oh boy, this, now I know you guys are probably familiar with Nippon China, and that is hand painted, and it was produced in Japan between 1891 and 1921. And usually the Japan and China are well known for beautiful watercolor, and that is beautiful. It's considered a vintage or an antique piece, often sought after by collectors. Bruce is a good sport. The way we have to pick on him, he's such a good sport. Isn't that beautiful? But this on the bottom, this is one of the Nippon China, which did I to say this is an antique, I believe it because of the it's got that blue, kind of a blue green on the bottom. It's a little worn, but this is a Nippon China piece, and it's beautiful. And as you can see, it is hand painted, and like I said, they are known for their, thank you, Rhonda, they're known for their hand painting and the watercolor effect on things. There's the top. And since we want to move this, we will start it at 15, and that is a deal. Because I can't tell what it says, Roddy. It's awfully dim on the bottom. There's something, I'll show it to you, but this is what, when I Googled it, it came up like that. This is what's on the bottom. And it looks like it's a little worn. Not be darned, it ain't showing too bad, but it could, I could be letting go of an antique, but it's either vintage or an antique. So Roddy's in, Carahel was in at 15, Roddy's in at 17, Carahel's in at 19, looking for 21 or better. Now, guys, because of the age, there is a little bit of wear right there. So this really tells me that this is an antique. I don't know. There, the gilding, there's a little wear, but hey, if you were vintage, possibly antique, you'd probably have a lot of wear, but still, it's magnificent. And I'll bring it in and show you what I'm talking about. See right there? But it is still magnificent. I'm not a gambling person, but I think that this is possibly an antique. Yep. So Roddy comes back in at 20, 21. You know what they say? They say Carahel's at 23. You know that song, there might be a little rust on the bottom, but don't let it fool you about what's inside. So Carahel has the high bid of 23, looking for 25. I'll hold it for you so you can see. It's just a little embellishment, and you do have gold in that. And this is, I mean, this is China or Japan at its finest. That's what's at the top. But I'm surprised that it's in this good a shape. So Carahel is at that $23 bid. Show the bottom again? Sure. Let me get it at a good angle here. Wait a minute. I think it says hand painted, especially on that one side. I think this this is really a quality piece. However, we have Carahel in at that $23 bid. Yeah, I'm telling you, whoever gets this baby is getting a really great piece of you know. So the bid is standing at 23. Need to see 25 or better, or we will call this down. Is there an N or M in the wreath? Let me look for you. But the description was Nippon, and that's one of the real ritzy. And it says hand painted. And there's some wear, and I can't tell what it says. Like I said, the bottom of it is worn, and it's really hard to tell what's going on. But I've seen hand painted, but it's definitely Googled like a Nippon China. And Carahel is at 27, and Roddy comes in at 29. Looking for, and Carahel says 31. It's magnificent, guys. It really is. Carahel has the high bid at 31, looking for 33, and Roddy is back in at that $33 bid. Well, you can tell, you can see. Hey, Gigi, welcome in, sweetness. I sold glassware for many years on eBay. I love this stuff. I know it seems to be becoming more and more popular. And welcome in, Gigi. Carehell is at 35, looking for 37. Yeah, it is really magnificent, guys. It really is. And you know, the Japanese and Chinese are known for beautiful, almost watercolor looking painting, you know. So beautiful. And here's your back. I know they're really beautiful. So Carehell is the high bidder at 35, looking for 37. Something else, guys. Such beauty. I mean, they really know how to paint. They really do. This is something that you would pass down to on to the grandkids and things like that. So I see Carehell at 35, looking for 37. And if I don't see any other bids, we will go ahead and call this baby down. She's a beauty now. She really is. While you're contemplating, it's a good 10 inches. So it's not a small fry, but so it looks like Carehell has that high bid. And Roddy, if you're interested, would be the time to come in. If not, we will call this down for Carehell. What a beautiful vase. And Roddy is out, so this is going to Carehell. We're going once to Carehell for that winning bid of 35. Going twice. Final and last call. And it looks like Carehell is going to take this magnificent thing. It'll be coming your way, and congratulations. And thank you, Roddy, for your bids. I appreciate those. I'm going to be careful here. I'm going to do it this way. And there we have it. Man, I'm moving merchandise tonight. I may be up till, I'll tell them what time. Okay, let's set this over here. Now, let's see here. Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's see what I have. Glass, glass, and more glass. Here, let's do these. She's so tangled up. I don't know if I can get her or not. So now, if you're into Chinese stuff, I've had these for a while. And guys, these are some old dollies, and not dolls, but I think she's leaning like that on purpose. Look at these guys. And these are older. I'll tell you what the stamp says. If you like this kind of stuff, look how detailed she is. And here's the back of her. And these are old, guys. Now, her, I can't tell you a lot about this one. It has something on the bottom. Here, let me take a look. It's all foreign to me. I can't under, but these are old, guys. And this one, look at the condition of these ladies. Look at the the hair for one. How beautiful. And there she is. But this one does have some marking on her. And I don't know why she's sitting that way. Maybe because I didn't bend her forward. This has Madam Butterfly and something about something I can't tell, but she is Madam Butterfly. She is on a base. Her sticker is very worn and torn and tattered, but it is Madam Butterfly. And their clothing is just beautiful. Here's the back of her. I don't know the date on these guys, but I do know this is Madam Butterfly. And Geisha Girls, right? That's what I was thinking, Roddy, because this one is still on a base and they're old guys. But the condition of their outfits is just crazy good. She's got it. So, and the hair is perfect. Of course, she's got her little, and these are very, I was thinking around the 60s, and I've had them for a while. And like I said, she's on a base, and the sticker is just almost, wait a minute. Say if I would look, this is Nisha Doll, Nisha and Company Ltd, made in Japan. So this actually comes from a company. I know, Gigi, the hair, the detail, the everything is just magnificent. And as you know, they're old. And if this is your thing and you like to display, I mean, I was really amazed. And this one is obviously from a company. And her, who knows? I couldn't find. There's this something across the bottom, but it makes absolutely no sense. And she's on a base, and it had this old piece of paper. It looked like actually a bandaging type thing. So I've had them for a long time. I'm just going to sell both of them because they're setting up here. And if you guys like these, let's see. I will, of course, their little fingers need to be fixed. I will start both of them. You'll get both for, let's say, $15 for both of them. So they've been here too long. They've been up here, and Lenore likes them, and so does Ash, but Lenore was in first. Ash, we need 17. They are, I mean, usually you get the faces that they're nasty. Look at how beautiful she is. And Lenore is out to Ashbel. I mean, usually the face is discolored. So it looks like Ashbel just scored something very nice, and this is old. So seeing no other interest, I'll just go ahead and Ashbel, I think I've sold to you before, I believe. Could you tell me what your last name is? Because I know that's your first name. So we're going to call this down to Ashbel, and she came in at 17, so she will be getting both. So we're going to go once to Ashbel, twice, final and last call, and we are sold. And I'm glad that they're leaving. They've been up here forever, and let someone else enjoy them. Is your last name Curry Ashbell? I think it is. I don't know. But I know if I put in Ashbell, it's going to come up. I know it will. So, seems like, yeah, it's a very pretty name. But I was just so amazed by the cleanliness of the face and everything. It was, it's a wonderful, I'm glad they're going to a good home. They've been up here all by them. They're lonely, so they are going to Miss Ash Bell. Congrats, congrats. Let's put them somewhere. Now, I have a question. Let me do some measurement. I'm going to offer these couture pictures, but I don't want you to have to pay an arm and a leg for rigid shipping. If I can get them because I just want the one in the with the red hat and the pink swimsuit. I definitely put these up because these would be amazing. But it's going to take some tabulating to do this. Oh Lord, they're almost 20 inches. Let's see what they are right here. Oh dear me, that's going to mean rigid shipping. And that, my friends, is scary. 23 and a half. Whoa, we couldn't put it. There's no way we could get it in that. I don't know if there's a way to. Um, I don't know how I could get away with shipping these if someone was interested without costing. Now they're not very heavy. However, they are very well made. I don't know how to ship these without going rigid, and I'm almost afraid to know what rigid shipping would actually be on these things. It'd probably be pretty scary, guys, because I figured, well, maybe I could take it and put it at an angle in a box, but I don't think I could do it because of the length. So let's put these on the back burner. I may try to figure out, do like a rigid shipping practice and pirate ship and just see, because I tell you, rigid shipping is more expensive now than it was a year ago, which it really makes sense to me. But so they are beautiful though. But I was just amazed at the shape of those geisha girls. You don't see it like that, and that's probably why I picked it up. So moving on. After I've tripped over that steak out in the yard. Okay, here we go. So she's killing me tonight. This is. Have you guys ever heard of a place in China called Noni's? It says handmade for Noni's in China. So that's an actual company that produced this beautiful. It's like a ginger jar or a type of cookie jar, and man, is it gorgeous, just saying. So on the bottom, it has that right there. So evidently this is an establishment in China. You have your lid. Everything appears to be perfect about it. Let's take a picture so we can nail down exactly what this is used for. Look how look at the colors on that. Dang. That is magnificent, guys. And here's what the top part of it looks like, and that's a little sticker from Residue there. But Noni's is the name of the company that produced this, and man, camera, lights, camera, action. So let's see what specifically this is used for. You guys are hanging in and hanging out there. Biscotti cookies. That's right, Carahel. That's right. So it's a big biscotti jar. I couldn't even say it for a minute there. Boy, biscottis are good because I've had some. Yep, this is a Noni's biscotti ceramic cookie jar. The jar is made of ceramic and has a red and white design with scroll handles. It was handmade in China for Noni's. The lid has rubber sealed, except, yeah, it's got a rubber seal on it. I thought we was missing something here. It's often sold on sites like eBay, so on and so forth, and it is vintage. It's older. Noni's biscotti jar. Let's see. So it is older. Now comes the time for the price. Oh my goodness. What do I do? I know what I'm going to do. Okay, guys, this is in perfect condition. There's no chips nor cracks. It is brightly colored. Isn't it beautiful? And guess what? I'm going to start this at $15 start bid. Whoops, it helps when you hit that arrow. And thank you guys for being here. You always make my day when I see you out there, and even it is magnificent, and it's that big. Talking about, and it still has a seal on it, and I'm like, oh no, it mentioned a seal, but it's still there, guys. And you do see these for sale at a different range of price points, but it's a good deal. I mean, for something that size, let's do a handle to bottom measurement. Oh, that's all right, Gigi. Sometimes those notifications just don't get out there. It's a good 12-inch, guys. And it is a beauty, just saying. So there's no crazing in it, though. Sometimes with vintage things, they'll be crazing. Not in this beauty. Minnie said, well, I believe I'll take that starting at 15. So we have Minnie in at 15. It's really bright and cheery, guys. It really is. So Minnie is in at that $15 bid. That's nice for the price. It really is. So if I do not see any other interest, this will be going home to Minnie. So we'll give it just a few minutes just in case the lag. So if I see no other interest, we'll just call this down for Minnie. Isn't it beautiful? The colors are so vibrant on it. So we're going to go once to Minnie for that $15 bid. Going twice. Final and last call. And it looks as if Minnie is the winner of that. Congratulations. That's really something. That is something. What time is it? 9:26. Oh, Lord, I've been at this for a while, girls and guys. Okay, we're going to have some trivia questions. And a trivia question, and it's going to be associated with Halloween. And the one that comes in with the right answer, so make sure you're refreshed, is going to get $5 off of their invoice. If you don't have anything this time, we can carry it over for you. So get refreshed and get ready, because the one that has the right answer will be the winner. Whoops. Hang on. Bee-boo. Trivia questions about Halloween movies. As you all know, that right now on TV, there's a lot of Halloween-related movies. Yeah, Eastern Standard that are going on right now. And I am going to ask a question, and the one that gets it in the chat first will win that $5 off. So we got to make it just a little bit challenging here. So these are too easy. That's too easy. Let's go down a little bit. Okay. This is a question about the Blair Witch project from 1999. So listen up. The first one that gets the right answer is going to get the $5 off. I know it's not much, but every little bit counts. So here we go. In the Blair Witch Project, which was in 1999, what state are the students lost in while filming their documentary? The Blair Witch Project. What state are the students lost in while filming their documentary? Nope. Keep going. What state? It's not Oregon. It's not Maine, but somebody might be. Not Washington, North Carolina, California. Nope, not Massachusetts, Indiana. Boom. Carahel got it. It's in Maryland. And Carahel is the winner. She is the first one to get the answer right. So guess what? Carahel gets $5 off her invoice. And congratulations. What happened? It said stop. Who did someone get it before? Let's see what we got. Let's see here. Oregon, Maine, Washington State, North Carolina, California, Massachusetts, Indiana, Maryland. Yeah, she is the official winner, and you're welcome. She got it. She nailed it. Okay, Lenore. So congratulations, Carahel. You have won the $5 off. Congratulations. Now, are we interested in doing any more Halloween trivia? If so, raise your hand. We can do questions just for giggles. Carhill was the winner. Congrats, congrats. 5 off. Okay, here we go. Let me get a drink of water because I've done talked quite a bit. So we are going to ask, very good. So we will move on. We're going to ask questions about, so are we ready? And Gigi is good at trivia, so we're going to put that to the test. So here is the question. What 2004 film started the long-running horror franchise centered on elaborate death traps? What movie was that? In 2004, started the long-running horror franchise centered on elaborate death traps. Remember the little guy that had like a thing that went like that for eyes. Remember what that was? Right, Saw. So Roddy is right because they would hook him up to something that was going to kill him, and it was like an experiment to see how if they could get out. But Saw is the right answer. Let's see here. Okay, we all know about Halloween, and they've been showing a lot of this. In John Carpenter's Halloween 1978, what mental hospital does Michael Myers escape from? What was the name of it? So she's asking the tough ones. So in John Carpenter's Halloween 1978, what mental hospital does Michael Myers escape from? That's a hard one, isn't it? Oh, goose. Any guesses? Shots in the dark? Okay, since it's so hard, I will tell you the answer. It is Smith's Grove Sanitarium. Smith's Grove Sanitarium. Yeah, and Saul, that guy, Gigi's emoji, that little guy on the trike or whatever had eyes just like that, and they were red with the white. Okay, here's another one. In Psycho, the movie Psycho in 1960, what was Norman Bates' hobby that hinted at his obsession with death? In Psycho 1960, what was Norman Bates' hobby that hinted at his obsession with death? Remember what he did? Taxidermy, right. Ding, 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 ding. Let's move on. Let's see here. That would be like too easy. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, this is from 1979, and taxidermy is the correct answer. Let's see here. I lost my. In what horror movie begins with a babysitter receiving creepy phone calls asking, "Have you checked the children?" Do you remember what that movie was? And it was from 1979. Yeah, Gigi got one. You go, girl. Not Scream. It is. It's. It. Remember, it's from 1979. What horror movie begins with a babysitter receiving creepy phone calls asking, "Have you checked the children?" Not Friday the 13th. Now remember, 1979. And this movie is randomly shown at times. So there's three, there, one, two, three, four. There's four words in it, if that helps. Or like, well, no, it doesn't help. To me, when I read this question, it reminded me of that movie where that guy has that mask on. And Gigi said she watched that one. And it was from 1979. So I know everyone is stumped, but it is from the 1979. Nope, not Who's at the Door. The question is when a stranger calls is the answer, and it's from 1979. I'm scared of scary movies. I get nightmares. I know what you're doing. Yeah, we're doing Halloween questions on movies. Let's see, what is the name of the killer? That's too easy. That's too easy. Yeah, I'm. I like scary thrillers, but not gore. Let's see. Okay, this one. This may be one. No, that's not the name. But yeah, the one that we looked at and I read the clue to was that. So this one should be really, really easy. Okay, I'll ask this one. What is the last name of the three magical sisters in Hocus Pocus? Do you remember that? There were three sisters in Hocus Pocus. Do you remember what their last name was? Just keep in mind Hocus Pocus with the three witches, which is a hilarious movie. You remember what their last name was? And there were three of them. And they were the what sisters? Right, Sanderson, that's right. So I know it's like when it's like being on a game show, like say like Wheel of Fortune, and you're just killing it because you're at home, and then you get on the show and your mind just totally goes blank. So, what is the name of the large house in Amityville, New York, that is the setting for a famous haunting movie? Where is the Amityville horror house located? They say that place is that was actually based on a true story, and it was on a certain avenue. Do you remember which one that was? Right, it was Amityville, New York, but what street was it on? What was the name of the street? Yeah, it was in New York, but there was a name for the street in which it was located. Address. What is the name of the large house in Amityville, New York, that is a setting for a famous haunting movie? It is 112 Ocean Avenue. Let's see. Let's see. Mhm. Some of these are too easy. Uh-oh. What is the fictional town where Halloween takes place? I guess the movie Halloween. And this one's really hard. That one is Haddonfield. Let's see. Okay, here's one about Nightmare on Elm Street. What color is Freddy Krueger's sweater? What color is it? Do you remember? Remember Freddy Krueger? Remember the old sweater he wore? Do you remember what color it was? Yeah, Minnie, that's part of it, but there's another color involved. Red and green, right. Ding, 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 right. So, everybody should get this one. What classic scary movie shows the main character writing, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy repeatedly? Do you remember what that is from? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy repeatedly. Remember what movie that's from? What classic scary movie does the main character writing all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy? The Shining, right. The Shining. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. This is me making, well, I know which movie featured a young lady with long black hair in her face, and she would come through the TV and she would always be wet and make that really weird sound. What movie was that? Mm-mm. Remember the movie with the young girl? Not Poltergeist. This one has been around for a while, and she actually was The Ring. That's right, The Ring, and makes that funny noise. Let's see. This is just Let's see. The top purpose purpose. Yeah, the ring, that's really scary right there. Let's see. Let me go back and see. So, looking back, okay. That's not it. But yeah, there's a lot of. Then, I was looking through here and it was talking about these haunted dolls like Annabelle and Robert. And they say those dolls actually have some stuff going on with them. But anywho, Lord, have I got my work cut out for me? I'm telling you, what's so funny? She scared the heck out of me. Oh, the with the all the hair down and making that real funny noise. Crazy, crazy stuff. It was. She was pretty. What was that noise? She made this real funny noise, but she actually, if you got a phone call or something and you heard that on the other end, then you passed away within 7 days, and that was scary right there. Oh Lord, I gotta straighten up my back. It's killing me. So let me see here. It's 74 degrees still here in Indiana, according to the specs. Let me see here. Hopefully, I got everyone's information. Let me take a peek here. Okay, we got that. Care how. There's that. I don't think I have Deborah's, but it won't be hard to look it up. 84 in Texas. Wow. I didn't see that one, Roddy. I'm happy I didn't. Is there a link for the application? No, I don't have a what do they call that? Jot form. I just use my email and do it that way. Let's see how many kids can. I just do it through my email. Watch Blair Witch Project by myself. I'll never do that again. I'm going to look at it after live. Oh, wow. So you just send, I just do it with my email, and this is the right here. Alrighty, let me put that in there for you. Make sure that you put 2 F's in there. Let's see at and you just send it right to that right there. And usually the mistake people make is they put an F, Bradford. That's the one that, shoot, I'm on my deck in shorts. It's starting to get cool, 64 degrees. I think we're supposed to get some rain tonight, which probably would be nice. So many when you get your lamp, I took that all that lamp shade apart and wrapped all the pieces separately and put the screws and everything in a little bag and put it on the frame because I didn't want to. Ryan was good to take care of yourself. 60s is great. So I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for all your purchases. I really appreciate it. It's been really fun as usual. It does take me a while to get the stuff packed up, and probably the pink tray will go by itself because it would be really scary if it didn't. So thank you guys for being here. It really made my night. You guys are all important. I'm glad you had fun. It really got fun when Bruce came in because he gets me going. So I love you guys. Hearts all the way around because you're from different states. I love you guys. Have a great Sunday, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye now. Yes, ma'am, I take care of you. I may not be the fastest gun in the West, but after I shoot, it's done right, right? And good night, everyone. Pleasant dreams. Good night, good night.